6 lucky numbers to hit the jackpot on Saturday 26th, 2025. Buddhist teachings. What if your lucky number wasn't just about winning money, but about unlocking something deeper within you? On Saturday, July 26th, 2025, the energy of the universe is stirring, and for those paying attention, it's offering more than just a chance at wealth. It's offering a chance at transformation. In this special episode of The Journey of Wisdom, we're diving into 6 powerful numbers that not only hold the energy of fortune, but also echo timeless truths from Buddhist teachings, truths about impermanence, abundance, balance, and the hidden wisdom within our everyday lives. Each number we'll explore today isn't just a symbol, it's a spiritual tool, a reminder, a gentle nudge to align your mind, body, and heart with something far more valuable than a lottery ticket: inner peace, purpose, and awakened intention. So whether you're here to manifest prosperity, seek clarity, or simply grow in awareness, stay with us. You're about to discover how these 6 sacred numbers can guide you not just toward a lucky day, but toward a more mindful life. Let's begin this journey together. Number 1. Number 43. Transformation and growth. Number 43 carries a powerful energy that speaks directly to those of us seeking growth and transformation, especially in a time where the world constantly shifts around us. The number 4 symbolizes stability, our grounded roots, the foundation we build our lives upon. Number 3 brings in creativity, the spark of fresh ideas, self-expression, and new beginnings. When combined, 43 becomes a sacred reminder that even as we seek solid ground, true growth comes only when we allow ourselves to evolve through change. As Buddhist wisdom teaches, all conditioned things are impermanent. When one sees this with wisdom, one turns away from suffering. Impermanence is not something to fear but to embrace, for it is the very path to freedom and awakening. Each morning, try visualizing yourself crossing a golden bridge, leaving behind the old version of you, and stepping confidently into your next chapter. As you walk this imaginary path, softly repeat the affirmation, "I am on a journey of transformation." Writing down 3 things in your life you wish to transform: habits, mindsets, or emotional patterns, makes the intention real, and reciting the number 43 becomes a symbolic chant that anchors that intention in your heart. Life, especially between the ages of 30 to 65, invites us to re-evaluate who we are and what we stand for. Careers shift, relationships evolve, and our priorities deepen. That's why the power of 43 is so timely. It supports us in becoming not just older, but wiser, more peaceful, and more aligned. As the Dhammapada says, with sustained effort, wisdom, and self-discipline, let the wise person make for themselves an island which no flood can overwhelm. Use this number as a gentle guidepost, a spiritual sign that you are being invited to grow not by chance, but by conscious choice. 2. Number 22. Master Builder Energy. Number 22 is known as the Master Builder in numerology, and its energy is all about turning big dreams into real, lasting results. This number represents the bridge between vision and action, a reminder that while dreaming is important, it's the small, consistent steps that actually bring those dreams to life. In Buddhist thought, this number resonates with enlightened traits like wisdom and patience, 2 powerful tools that help us move forward even when the path isn't clear. So let me ask you this: what are you building today that your future self will thank you for? There's a story of a woman named Linda from Ohio who, after hearing about the energy of the number 22, started a daily routine of taking 22 mindful breaths each morning. She also wrote down 22 small steps to start her own organic soap business, something she had only dreamed of for years. 1 year later, her products were being sold at local farmers' markets, and she said, "I didn't win the lottery, but I built a life I love, one brick at a time." That's the kind of jackpot that lasts. Now, here's something you can do. Take a moment to close your eyes and picture what you're building, not with stress or pressure, but with peace and purpose. Maybe it's a more loving relationship, a healthier lifestyle, or a business idea you've been putting off. What's one small action you can take today to start laying the first brick? On the 22nd of each month, breathe 22 mindful breaths and realign yourself with that purpose. This practice keeps you connected to the long-term vision while staying grounded in the present. As the Buddha once said, "A jug fills drop by drop," so don't underestimate the little steps. They add up to something beautiful. The lesson here is simple. When you mix discipline with a heart-centered goal, you become the architect of your own future. And number 22, with its deep spiritual meaning, reminds you that you are capable of creating something lasting and meaningful, not just by dreaming, but by doing. 3. Number 38. Infinite harmony. Number 38 holds a deep and peaceful energy, and when you understand it fully, you'll see why it's considered a symbol of infinite harmony. This number brings together the number 3 representing body, mind, and spirit, and the number 8, the timeless symbol of infinity. Together, they remind us that true growth doesn't come from rushing or forcing, but from aligning all parts of ourselves and trusting the endless flow of life. When was the last time you paused to check if your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions were in harmony? In a world that's always pushing us to do more, number 38 gently asks us to slow down and reconnect with who we are at our core. Start your day by sitting quietly and repeating the number 38 as a mantra. Let the sound guide your breath and calm your thoughts. Then, write down 3 big goals that truly matter to you, not what others expect, but what your heart desires. Break each one into 8 small, realistic steps. Why 8? Because it reminds you that even small efforts, done consistently, can lead to boundless transformation. As the Buddha said, "Peace comes from within. Do not seek it without." There's a story of a retired teacher named Mark who felt lost after stepping away from his career. After learning about number 38, he began each morning with this quiet practice and set 3 goals: reconnect with family, volunteer at a community garden, and rebuild his health. Slowly, with 8 gentle steps for each goal, he found new meaning in his life, and now says that number 38 gave him back his direction. So let me ask you, what are you aligning with today? Are your dreams in harmony with your actions? When we live with intention, with balance, and with trust in life's flow, we unlock possibilities we never imagined. Let number 38 be your quiet guide, one that invites you to grow not by force, but by inner alignment. If you've watched this far, you're already in tune with the wisdom that could align your energy with fortune this Saturday, July 26th, 2025. Comment "Lucky Path" below to affirm your belief in the power of mindful living and these 6 auspicious numbers. Don't miss what's coming next. There's more Buddhist insight waiting to guide you toward your jackpot destiny. Stay until the end to receive the full blessing of this teaching. 4. Number 66. Mastery and Abundance. The number 66 carries a deeply spiritual vibration, especially when seen through the lens of Buddhist wisdom. In Buddhism, the number 6 is sacred, representing the 6 paramitas, the 6 perfections that lead us on the path to enlightenment: generosity, ethical conduct, patience, joyful effort, concentration, and wisdom. When doubled, as in 66, the energy is magnified, reminding us that true abundance begins from within. Mastery over one's thoughts, actions, and heart leads not just to material wealth, but to a richer, fuller life. Begin each day by anchoring your mind through meditation, softly repeating 66, like a sacred mantra, not for superstition, but to center your awareness on virtues that uplift the soul. Then, choose just one of the 6 perfections to embody for that day. For example, let Wednesday be about practicing patience, especially in traffic or tense conversations. Pair this with a grounding gratitude ritual. Each morning, list 6 things you're grateful for and 6 small goals that align with your deeper purpose. As the Buddha said, what you think, you become. What you feel, you attract. What you imagine, you create. Your thoughts shape your path. And by cultivating intention and virtue, you align with both spiritual and worldly prosperity. In today's fast-paced world, we often chase success while forgetting inner peace. But abundance is not just measured in money, it's seen in a calm heart, a fulfilled soul, and a life lived in harmony. Repeat the affirmation. I am prosperity. I live with intention and abundance, and let it remind you that your energy determines your fortune more than luck alone. Stay grounded, stay grateful, and trust that when virtue is your foundation, blessings naturally follow. 5. Number 5. Balance and freedom. Let's talk about the power behind the number 5, especially as we move closer to Saturday, July 26th, 2025. A day many believe holds special energy for good fortune. In Buddhism, the number 5 is more than just a digit, it's a symbol of deep balance. It represents the 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, and space, and the 5 precepts, the ethical foundations that help us lead a life of kindness, mindfulness, and clarity. When you see the number 5, it's not just luck knocking on your door, it's a gentle reminder to come back to yourself, to find that middle ground where your body, mind, and spirit can rest in harmony. So here's a simple but powerful practice for you. Every day, take 5 deep breaths, slowly and mindfully. With each breath, honor one of the elements. Feel your feet grounding into the earth. Sense the water of your emotions, the fire of your energy, the air of your thoughts, and the space that holds it all. And on July 26th, try this. Release 5 things that have been weighing on you, maybe a grudge, a fear, or a habit, and then welcome 5 new blessings like hope, peace, or a fresh opportunity. Use this affirmation to guide you. I am balanced in body, mind, and spirit. Now, let me share a short story with you. There was a man named Dave from Seattle who had been going through a tough time, burnt out at work, disconnected from his family, and constantly feeling like he was falling behind in life. One evening, while scrolling through videos to calm his mind, he came across a Buddhist teaching about the number 5. It spoke of balance, of aligning body, mind, and spirit. Out of curiosity, he gave it a try. Each morning, before reaching for his phone or rushing into emails, Dave sat quietly and took 5 deep breaths. With each breath, he imagined grounding himself in one of the 5 elements. It was simple, almost too simple, but something shifted. Over the weeks, he found himself more patient with his kids, more focused at work, and more at peace with himself. He began letting go of old habits, overthinking, rushing, doubting, and in their place, he welcomed gratitude, clarity, and presence. One day, his manager noticed the difference and invited him to lead a new project, something he had secretly dreamed of but never voiced. That opportunity didn't come from luck. It came from presence, from intentional practice, from the quiet strength he built every morning with just 5 breaths. So let me ask you, what 5 things could you release today to make space for something better? And what 5 qualities would you invite into your life? The lesson here is clear. When we choose balance, practice mindfulness, and create space within, life begins to respond. not with magic, but with real, meaningful change that begins from within. 6. Number 11. Awakening and intuitive wisdom. Number 11 isn't just two ones side by side, it's a spiritual wake-up call. In many spiritual traditions, 11 is known as a master number, representing heightened intuition, inner awareness, and a deep connection to one's higher self. In Buddhist philosophy, mindfulness, sati, is the foundation of the spiritual path. So when the number 11 appears, it's like the universe gently nudging you. Pause, look within. Your inner wisdom is speaking. Are you listening? Have you ever felt like something inside you was quietly guiding you, but you were too busy to notice? That's the energy of 11. It symbolizes two doors, one to the outer world and one to your inner life. And only by stepping inward can you truly hear the quiet voice of your intuition. Here's a simple practice. Each day at 11:11 a.m. or p.m., pause for just 1 minute. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and ask yourself a question from the heart, like, what truth do I need to hear right now? Or, what am I holding on to that I'm ready to release? Don't force an answer, just listen. Intuition rarely speaks through noise, it speaks through silence. There's a woman named Sarah, a graphic designer from Portland, who started doing this practice after a friend mentioned the meaning of 11:11. At first, it just felt like a small break in the day. But over time, Sarah began to feel more aligned. She noticed herself making clearer decisions, letting go of toxic habits, and even starting a side project that had been on her heart for years. One day she said, "It wasn't magic, it was just me, finally making space to listen to myself." Number 11 is your invitation to live consciously, not out of habit, but from the heart. As the Dhammapada says, all that we are is the result of what we have thought. The mind is everything. What we think, we become. Affirmation. I am awake. I trust my inner wisdom. I live from the heart. You don't need permission to change. You just need a quiet moment. And sometimes, one breath at 11:11 is all it takes to guide you back to the path that's already yours. By watching this, you've opened the door to both fortune and spiritual clarity. The 6 lucky numbers shared today carry more than luck, they carry intention. Comment "Fortune Awakens" below to set your intention. Stay with us till the end, and let the teachings light your way to true wealth inside and out. The frequency of wealth. How to align your energy and attract more money. What if I told you that money isn't just a number in your bank account, it's energy? Just like everything in the universe, money vibrates at a certain frequency. And the truth is, you attract money not by chasing it, but by matching its vibration. If you've been stuck in cycles of lack or financial stress, the missing key might not be in your wallet, it might be in your energy field. Let's dive into how understanding and tuning into the frequency of money can completely shift your financial reality. Number 1. Money is energy. It mirrors your vibration. Everything in this universe, from the stars above to the breath within us, carries a vibration, a unique energetic frequency that resonates and responds to the world around it. Money, too, is not just paper, metal, or numbers in a digital ledger. It is energy, and like all energy, it reflects and responds to the frequency we emit. If your inner world is filled with fear, scarcity, and self-doubt, then without realizing it, you're tuning into the vibration of lack. Just like a radio receiver picks up only the station it's tuned to, your reality begins to mirror the same limitations and worries. This is why some people seem to constantly struggle, no matter how hard they try, because deep down, they carry a belief that there isn't enough, or that they don't deserve more. On the other hand, when you cultivate a mindset of abundance, Even before your outer reality matches it, you send out a very different signal, feeling genuine gratitude for what you have now, trusting that your needs will be met, and letting go of fear around money creates a fertile inner environment that naturally draws in opportunities, ideas, and people aligned with prosperity. As the Buddha once said, "The mind is everything. What you think, you become." When your thoughts, feelings, and actions are in harmony with abundance, you align with the frequency of wealth itself. This isn't some abstract spiritual idea, it's observable in daily life. Think of someone who always seems calm and centered about money. They rarely speak in terms of, "I can't afford," or "I never have enough." Instead, they speak with confidence and peace. That energy becomes magnetic. People trust them. Opportunities seem to flow their way. This is the natural result of being aligned with the energy of abundance. It's not about pretending or forcing positivity. It's about gently shifting your internal state, moment by moment. That might begin with small practices like appreciating your morning cup of coffee, blessing the money you do have instead of cursing what you don't, or affirming to yourself, "There is more than enough, and I am open to receive." Lao Tzu said, "When you realize there is nothing lacking, the whole world belongs to you." In modern life, we are often caught in cycles of comparison and consumerism, which distort our perception of wealth. We measure success by how much we have, rather than how deeply we feel at peace. But true wealth begins inside. If you can create a sense of fullness within, through mindfulness, generosity, and presence, then the external wealth naturally follows. Just as a tree doesn't chase sunlight but grows steadily toward it, you don't need to chase money, you need only to align with the energy that welcomes it. So begin, not with hustle, but with harmony. Let your energy become the invitation to prosperity. Number 2. Emotion is the magnet for money. Have you ever noticed how your mood can change the way your entire day unfolds? That's no coincidence. Your emotions are powerful messengers, and when it comes to attracting money, they play a central role. In fact, emotion is the magnet for money. The universe doesn't respond just to your words or actions, it listens to how you feel. If you're constantly feeling stressed about bills, worried about not having enough, or anxious about your future, you're unknowingly sending out a signal of lack. But what happens when you begin to feel, deep in your heart, that you are already wealthy? Not just in terms of money, but in possibilities, creativity, connection, and joy. You start to match the energy where wealth lives. The key is learning to feel wealthy before the physical evidence shows up, and that's where true inner alignment begins. So let me ask you, what emotions are you practicing every day? Are you cultivating gratitude, peace, confidence, and trust, or fear and doubt? A powerful mantra that can help guide you is this: I don't need to see it to believe it. I believe it and then I see it. This simple but profound shift in mindset puts you in a position of power rather than lack. When you feel as though what you desire is already on its way, you begin acting differently, more boldly, more openly, and more joyfully. The universe responds to that vibration. This isn't just about financial gain, it's about becoming the kind of person who naturally attracts abundance in all areas. So, as you go about your day, check in with your emotional frequency. What are you radiating? Your feelings are like magnets. Are they pulling in wealth or pushing it away? The lesson here is clear. If you want to attract more money, start by aligning your emotions with the experience of already having it. Feel rich in your thoughts, your heart, and your choices, and let that energy draw wealth to you with ease. Number 3. Your beliefs about money shape your reality. What if I told you that the way you think about money could be the very thing standing between you and the wealth you desire? You see, your beliefs about money shape your reality more than any external circumstance. Many of us were raised hearing things like, money is the root of all evil, rich people are selfish, or people like us don't get rich. And over time, these phrases become more than just words. They become internal truths we live by. Without realizing it, these beliefs form the lens through which we view financial opportunities, our self-worth, and our potential to receive. So let me ask you, what are some of the hidden money beliefs you carry with you today? Do you believe deep down that you don't deserve to be wealthy, that you're not smart enough to handle money, or that abundance is only for others? These thoughts might seem harmless, but they act like energetic blocks, creating resistance that keeps prosperity at arm's length. The good news is, beliefs are not fixed. They can be examined, challenged, and replaced with ones that serve your growth. As the Buddha taught, what we think, we become. When you begin to change the story you tell yourself about money, your energy shifts, and so does your experience. Instead of holding on to beliefs that make you feel small, start feeding your mind with empowering truths. Say to yourself, money flows to me easily and lovingly, or I am a magnet for wealth and abundance. At first, these statements might feel strange or untrue, but just like training a muscle, the more you practice, the stronger they become. Why not take a moment now and ask yourself, if I believed I truly deserved wealth, how would I act differently? Would you negotiate more confidently, launch that business you've been dreaming about? Maybe you'd finally allow yourself to receive help or say yes to new opportunities. Everything begins with belief. Beliefs inform your emotions. Emotions shape your actions, and your actions create your results. When you clean up the roots, the whole tree grows stronger. The Buddhist principle of right thought, one part of the Noble Eightfold Path, reminds us to cultivate thoughts that lead to wisdom and well-being, and this includes how we think about money. Wealth, when approached with awareness and compassion, becomes a tool for generosity, growth, and good. So, if your financial life hasn't been what you hoped for, start by examining what you believe to be true about wealth. Are your thoughts in alignment with abundance or lack? Do they invite money in or push it away? There is great power in the moment you decide to believe something new. From that choice, a new path begins to unfold, one where you are not a victim of circumstance, but a conscious creator of your reality. Let your beliefs become your allies. Choose ones that uplift, inspire, and expand your potential. Because when your beliefs support abundance, your life will begin to reflect it. If this message about money and belief speaks to your heart, comment, "I choose abundance," below to start shifting your energy today. Sometimes one small declaration can begin a powerful change. Number 4. Gratitude activates abundant energy. One of the most powerful yet often overlooked tools for attracting wealth and abundance is the simple practice of gratitude. Not the surface-level, thank you kind, but a deep, heartfelt appreciation for what is already present in your life, no matter how small it may seem. When you're truly grateful, whether it's for a warm cup of tea, the roof over your head, or the smile of a loved one, you shift your entire energetic state. This is more than just a feel-good habit. It actually raises your vibration and sends out a strong, clear signal to the universe that says, "I am aligned with abundance." And this alignment is exactly what allows more abundance to flow into your life. Many people mistakenly think that the law of attraction responds to what's happening around them, that if their bank account is low, that's just the end of the story. But the truth is, the law of attraction doesn't respond to your reality. It responds to your frequency in the present moment. That's why two people can face the same situation, say a job loss or financial challenge, and have completely different outcomes. One spirals into fear and scarcity, while the other leans into trust, gratitude, and openness, and ends up finding an even better opportunity. Why is that? because the second person kept their frequency aligned with abundance, even when outer circumstances didn't reflect it yet. It's like tuning a radio. You don't get angry at the radio for not playing your favorite station if you're not on the right frequency. You simply turn the dial. Gratitude is that dial. It tunes your inner energy to match what you actually want, not what you're afraid of. As the Buddha once said, "Let us rise up and be thankful, for if we didn't learn a lot today, at least we learned a little. And if we didn't learn a little, at least we didn't get sick. And if we got sick, at least we didn't die. So, let us all be thankful." This perspective trains the mind to always find something to appreciate, and that shift is the beginning of all transformation. In modern life, where it's easy to fall into comparison and dissatisfaction, gratitude acts as an antidote. Social media, consumer culture, and even workplace environments can make you feel like you're never doing or having enough. But the moment you start truly appreciating what you do have, you begin to notice more blessings that were already there, just waiting for your attention. It's not that wealth suddenly appears out of thin air, but that your mind and heart open up to receive what's already possible for you. Have you taken time today to acknowledge what's going well in your life? Have you paused, even for a few seconds, to say thank you, not out of habit, but from your heart? This small act can shift your mood, your decisions, and even the opportunities that come your way, and it's available to you in any moment, no matter your current financial situation. Gratitude is free, but its value is beyond measure. So if you're serious about aligning with the frequency of wealth, start with gratitude. Not because it's trendy or spiritual, but because it works. It aligns your mind with enoughness instead of lack. It helps you see solutions instead of problems. It keeps your heart open when challenges arise. And when your frequency is grounded in appreciation, money, support, and resources begin to meet you at that level. As Eckhart Tolle once said, "Acknowledging the good that you already have in your life is the foundation for all abundance." When you master gratitude, you don't just attract wealth, you become it. Number 5. Aligned action matches wealth frequency. If you're serious about attracting more wealth into your life, there's something important you need to understand. Aligning your energy isn't just about sitting quietly, visualizing, or waiting for money to appear like magic. While mindset and energy are powerful, they only become truly effective when paired with action that reflects those high vibrations. This means the steps you take each day, no matter how small, must come from a place of belief, confidence, and a sense of abundance within. Too often, people fall into the trap of thinking that wealth is only spiritual or only material, but the truth is, it's both. Your energy sets the tone, but your actions are what turn that tone into a real-life melody. So let me ask you this. Are the actions you're taking right now aligned with the wealth you say you want? Because aligned action, not just any action, is what matches the frequency of wealth. When you act out of fear, scarcity, or desperation, even hard work can feel like it goes nowhere. But when you move from a place of inner richness, when your decisions are rooted in trust, creativity, and generosity, then even the simplest actions can open doors you never expected. Think of it this way. Wealth doesn't come to those who sit back and hope. It comes to those who embody it, who live as though they're already part of that flow. That doesn't mean reckless spending or pretending to be something you're not. It means taking bold steps because you believe in your value. It means creating with joy, showing up fully, sharing your gifts without holding back, and trusting that what you give will find its way back to you. Whether it's launching that business idea, reaching out to someone who inspires you, or simply showing up every day with a positive mindset, all of these are forms of aligned action. And the beautiful part is, the more you act in alignment with abundance, the more natural it feels to stay in that energy. You don't have to fake it, you become it. Remember this powerful truth. High-frequency actions lead to high-frequency outcomes. So if you want high results, take high-energy steps. That means moving forward without letting fear dictate your path. Can you take a moment to reflect? Are your current actions inspired by trust or driven by doubt? Are you operating from not enough, or are you grounded in knowing that more is always possible? These questions aren't just for thinking, they're a mirror. The way you answer will show you exactly where you are on the path toward wealth. So here's the lesson. Don't just align your thoughts, align your actions. Take steps that reflect the wealth you're ready to receive. Speak like someone who values themselves. Move like someone who trusts life. Give like someone who knows there's always more. And keep asking yourself, does this action reflect the energy of the life I want to live? Because when your actions match your frequency, the universe responds with results that are just as powerful. Wealth isn't something you chase, it's something you align with, and then you build it, step by step. Thank you for joining us today on The Journey of Wisdom. As we've seen, lucky numbers aren't just about fortune, they're powerful reminders of transformation, harmony, and mindful living. Whether it's number 43, guiding your personal growth, or number 11, awakening your inner wisdom, these numbers carry energy that can help us align with abundance, not just in money, but in peace, purpose, and joy. So as Saturday, July 26th approaches, take these insights to heart. Let them guide your thoughts, your actions, and your spirit. Remember, real luck begins within. If this video brought you value, please give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who might need this message, and don't forget to subscribe to The Journey of Wisdom. Hit the notification bell so you won't miss our next videos on spiritual growth, mindful living, and practical teachings from Buddhism. Until next time, be kind, be present, and keep walking the path with wisdom.